Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make my all-time favourite salted caramel and chocolate biscuits. I take these everywhere with me. So to start off, we're going to make my basic sugar cookie recipe, and this is super easy. It's just butter and sugar in a bowl, beat that together, then you're going to chuck in an egg, beat that in, and then finally in the flour in about 3 stages. If you want a full video just on the sugar cookie recipe, you can click the link in the corner now and it'll take you there. So while our cookie dough is chilling out in the fridge, we're going to get going with our caramel. So to make your caramel, you're going to place sugar into a saucepan and you're going to let that melt just gently. Now I find it easy to do this a little bit at a time and gradually build it up, otherwise it just takes ages to melt. So add that in and give it a swirl around, and you'll sort of start to see it like clump together a bit, and there'll be a few liquidy bits at the edges, but you just want to stir that through. Try not to stir it too much, but stir it a little bit. And then you get these big clumps. And you can see there I'm adding my sugar in stages. So now you can see it's really quite molten. You might need to scrape the sugar off your spoon if it gets a bit stuck. And now you can see it's nearly there. We just need to make sure every single last piece of sugar is melted. So with a completely smooth sugar caramel, you're going to add in that cream. And I like to do this about half at a time, otherwise it just bubbles up into your face too much and you'll definitely burn your hand. So stir that through. Then whack in your other half of the cream. And keep on stirring. Then you're going to add in your butter or margarine. And if you want a full details of ingredients and quantities, you can check out the description box below. So you want to heat that until, if you place a little bit in a glass, it forms a nice sort of blob of sticky caramel. So once you've got your caramel made, you're going to dust some flour onto your surface and add your cookie dough. I prefer to work with it in 2 halves. And give that a gentle push together and then roll it out to about 1/4 inch thick. Then you're just going to cut out your cookie shapes. I use about a 2-inch cutter, but you could really make these whatever size you want. So transfer those onto a baking sheet lined with either parchment paper, or I'm using a Silpat. And then you're going to bake those at about 180 degrees for about 9 to 12 minutes. So once your caramel's cooled and thickened, you're going to place it into a piping bag and then place little blobs onto your cookies. If you don't have a piping bag, you could just use a spoon. You want to try and make these relatively flat, otherwise you're going to get this bulb, and I think it looks nicer when they're more flat. So next up, you're going to melt some chocolate, and I like to stir my chocolate until it comes to about this consistency where you can sort of pull a bit across and it holds its shape. This will mean when we spoon our chocolate onto our caramel, it doesn't all just run off the sides. So you want to try and spread that chocolate out as much as you can without disturbing the caramel underneath too much. Give me a little tap and a shake to spread it all out. I think it looks quite nice if these are a little bit rustic. If the chocolate's gone a bit wonky and curvy, I think that looks nice. If you do disturb the caramel underneath the chocolate, that is easily resolved. All you need to do is just scrape it off and just add some more caramel and start again. To top these, you could either add a sprinkling of sea salt, just a very light amount, not too much, or if you don't want to do that, you could just take a fork or something and just make some imprints, and that gives it a bit of a design. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. You can leave a comment of what you'd like to see me make in the future. Click here to see my last video and here to see a video randomly selected by YouTube for you.